So Alex said, do you think current money and currency can be replaced altogether with cryptocurrencies? In my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, I'm just a guy sitting at my desk trying to make mine just like you are. So I'm not a banker. I'm not a Fed Reserve chairman, right? I'm just giving my opinion based on the research that I've done and the people that, of course, I'm following on Twitter and YouTube and everything like that. I don't think the US dollar will die in my lifetime. That is something I feel pretty confident in saying. Now, will it transform? Absolutely. I think you're going to see it transform into a central bank digital currency. And then the question becomes, like, that to me is almost a lockup, where US dollars will in some way be interchangeable for Fed dollars, Fed coins, eventually, just like they're doing in China right now. So then the question becomes, well, how do we take CBDC from here in the US and how do we use that with the current crypto landscape? Can I use my CBDC to just, as I use US dollars right now, just go buy Bitcoin and go buy whatever coin I want on whatever brokerage? Is it that interchangeable? I don't know. And I think that that is the big question mark. How much influence does the CBDC impose on what we can do here just from like a purchasing power standpoint? Do we have to convert all of our cash to CBDC? Because I don't think that's the case. I think that there's too much global trade tied up in the US dollar for cryptocurrencies to just come in and completely get rid of it. And I think that that stands true for a lot of fiat currencies. I don't think that they will be erased, but you're going to see more Bitcoin ATMs. You're going to see more businesses taking Bitcoin. You're going to see that happen. It's inevitable. So to me, I think what will happen is just there will be a less, the US dollar and the central bank digital currency will probably, in 50 years, they'll probably be used less than they are now because people will do business with cryptocurrencies instead. But I don't think that they will be completely replaced. I think that that's a good answer to the question, Alex, because for me, like I said, I'm not an expert. I never want to come off like I'm a guru and like I can call the future. But there's a lot of guys that are saying, we're still waiting for a 90% crash in the crypto market where Bitcoin comes back really hard and some of these altcoins just get wiped out. Once that happens, and I do believe that will happen eventually within the next 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. Once that wipeout happens, just like it did in 2001 with the tech companies, once they wipe some of these coins out and we see who emerges, I think that will make it clearer, paint the picture clearer for us on what will actually happen. Are we all going to cryptocurrency? I don't think so. I just don't think so. There's still too many people in the world, not only using US dollars, but also that don't even have an internet connection. And I know someone's going to say in the comments, you can use Bitcoin offline and transfer Bitcoin offline. Okay, bro, you could use a Bitcoin. I know you can get a Bitcoin ATM, but if you're out in the jungle in Brazil and we're trying to help these people that are unbanked, why don't we help them get some internet, some Wi-Fi, instead of worrying about just getting them into Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's still hurdles before we get to this fully digital, fully, Acon City, A-coin, futuristic flying cars, dystopia, utopia, whichever side you'd like to take, before we get to that. I think there's just so much time in between. And of course, when it happens, it will seem like it happened all at once, but it's just not happening this year. It's not happening next year. We still got to deal with rate hikes. So let's look more short term. What's going to happen to the US dollar in the next 12 to 24 months? We're probably going to see them hike interest rates. They're already talking about it in other developed democratic nations all over the world. Some of them are already raising rates. So as they start to raise rates, it's going to get a lot more expensive to borrow money. It's going to get a lot harder to buy a house. It's going to get even harder to get the goods that are even more expensive now than they've ever been. So I think we have to just pay attention to these other short-term issues rather than worrying about, hey, should I burn my cash and get into all crypto? No, I think you should be trying to figure out how to make more money because everything is getting more expensive. That's all you need to figure out. None of us need to know the answer to which crypto is the one. We just need to know we need more money because groceries, gasoline, housing, health insurance, everything, leisure activities, everything is getting more expensive. The cost to go to Disneyland in California in 2000 was $40 a ticket. It's now $160. Everything is getting more expensive. They say that this is going to be the most expensive Thanksgiving ever, of course, but the rate of change will be the biggest from last year to this year ever before. And Christmas is going to be just as bad, if not worse. So I think we all need to stop worrying about, which crypto do I need to get a play in? You just need to worry about how to make more money, generate more revenue. And I don't think you should be putting some of this money that you could be investing in a real business, starting your own business. Don't put all that money into crypto because we could be on the verge of that big crypto crash. And I would hate to see people get burned. Allocate appropriately, but still be focused, number one, on how do I make more money? you know?